So this is going to be a tutorial on how you can use Google Forms and a couple of fantastic simple extensions called Tab Resize and Tab Glue to help make guided reading or guided writing or really any guided group documentation much more efficient. All right, so we've got our very basic assessment piece for a guided group. What I'm now going to do is duplicate this form in my Chrome tab 6 times because perhaps I have 6 students in my guided group. What's that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Great. I'm going to open up one more tab and I'm going to get my Chrome extensions now. So I'm going to go to the Chrome Web Store. And the first one I want is Tab Resize. Tab Resize. Here it is. I will add it to Chrome. Add the extension. And it ends up right over here. Tab Resize has been added. That's great. I want to add one more. Tab Glue. Great. So now both of these extensions are sitting right here. You can go ahead and close this tab. Now whenever I use Tab Resize, I have to go to the left tab that I want, the leftmost tab, and this is the first tab that I want. Now the first time I open up Tab Resize, it's going to give me a little bit of a disclaimer, so say I understand and let's go. Now it comes with these default screens, so I can right away split my screen like this, and you can see it has an icon right here, a form and a form, because it's reading that on this tab there's a form and on this tab there's a form. If I had 4 students in a guided group, I could come over here and I could quickly split it into 4 screens. Student 1, 2, 3, and 4, and you can see the extra screens are left on this last tab. Now to put it back together, I have 2 options. I could come over here to Tab Resize, and it's actually on all 4 of my screens. I could go to any of them, and I could click Undo. But that's not efficient. I want one click. As I said, we're talking about an efficient method. So instead, I'm going to use my Tab Glue, and they all come back together. Often we have guided groups with 6 students. So instead, I need to create another option for splitting my screens. So I'm going to click the plus sign, and I want 2 rows and I want 3 columns. You can see what it looks like right here, and if I like it, I'm going to say save, and it creates that other option for me. The 2 by 2 option is still there, of course, and I believe I can drag and drop them so that my priority layouts are at the top. But now I want 2 by 3. I have a group of 6 students sitting around me for a guided group. I want you to picture yourself sitting right here. So if this is you in your teacher chair, imagine this is the student to your left, this is the student to his left, and around the table. So you're visualizing yourself sitting right here, and these are the students sitting around you. So now I'm going to assign a student to each of these forms. So here I will pick student 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Again, reminding myself that I am sitting here and these are the students coming around me. So as we're working, I will put in our focus. So we're working on fluency. And as I start my observations, I can start typing them in. Speaking clearly. Now, somebody once said to me, but I can't remember the name that's on each form. How am I supposed to remember? I don't want to scroll up every time to see the name. It's a great point. So what I would do right here is I would say, okay, this is student 3, so I'm just going to do this at the beginning so that as I'm typing in my observations, I always remember which student it is. So this was student 2. And then after I'm ready, I do all my students' notes. I've typed something in here. I've typed something in here. Now when I'm finished, I can come over here and I can either delete that student's name so it doesn't need to be there, or I could leave it. And then I very quickly submit all of my forms. I've collected notes on each student in my group. I'm done. I press Tab Glue. They all come back together. And now I have all of the data for these students, and I can do whatever I need to do with it. I can filter it per student. I have all of the assessment data I need for each student in one place. I hope you found that helpful.